Dr. Mohammed Batterjee, what a huge and an utmost pleasure to find a quick 15 minutes chit-chatting time with you today. Thank you so much for attending our session.
Thank you for having me, and it's my pleasure.
Dr. Mohammed, from Chief Commercial Officer to co-founder and Managing Director for Aumet in Saudi Arabia. Before getting too much into that details, I would like to understand, where has it all started? Where did it come from? What did you study? How did you start your career within the pharmaceutical and business sectors?
Okay, I was born and raised in Jeddah. I finished my high school studies in Jeddah. And then after that, I went to study in the UK, in Scotland, in Glasgow, the University of Strathclyde. I did my bachelor and then I did my master. I came back to work in 2007 for a short period of time in Saudi Aramco, and then in the family business.
Beautiful.
So this is where it started. Then later on, I also started another master, which was يعني from hybrid, not full-time, in IE University in Spain, followed by doctorate, and also from the same university.
What an interesting curriculum.
Yeah, and here I am.
MashaAllah. So we're talking about a bachelor, 2 master's degrees, 1 PhD, 16 plus years within the pharmaceutical and business industry, within your family business. And all of that was handed over to your colleagues, and you chose to leave for your current role in Aumet today. But I know that it didn't start there. It started back before, when you met Yahya Aql, if I'm not mistaken. I would like to understand the story. How did you know about Aumet? When did you meet Yahya? What happened before?
Okay, when I was doing my doctorate in IE in Madrid, Yahya Aql was doing his MBA, and Yahya Aql was a superstar.
Yes,
so everyone has heard about Yahya Aql and about his previous journeys, experiences, successes. And then some years have passed, and Yahya contacted me, updated me, and let me know about Aumet. And it was very interesting to hear about Aumet. And at that time, I decided to invest in Aumet, believing in its vision, believing in its team, believing in Yahya. And then I started as an advisor. Then we agreed with Yahya that, okay, let's start Aumet in Saudi, and Saudi becoming the main business of Aumet. And eventually I joined as a co-founder.
Lucky us.
Lucky me. And so this is where
it all happened.
It all happened.
So from an investor to an advisor to a co-founder, this seems like there is a lot has been happening. You changed your mind at least a couple of times before getting here. I would like to understand why. What made you believe that today you would find an immersive role within being a chief commercial officer and a co-founder at Aumet, leaving your old...
Aumet has a great vision, and I believe Aumet is going to disrupt how we do business in the pharmaceutical industry in the region and also worldwide. But I also believe that Aumet has a very noble goal of making medicines accessible to people all the time and everywhere. Since the pandemic, we have seen a huge challenge with availability and accessibility.
True. Pharmaceutical supply chain has been disturbed all around the world.
Definitely. And we have seen also surpluses some places, deficit in others, shortage all around the world. And I believe what Aumet is doing and the solution that Aumet is providing will help in reducing this challenge. Also, I have seen that Aumet and its solution will help and support small and medium size pharmacies to become better in managing their pharmacies, to becoming better in doing business. And this will make their business more sustainable
and thrive
and improve and develop. And we have seen that the small businesses have been going under a lot of challenges and stress throughout the world. So seeing that we can help them is something
fulfilling.
Very fulfilling.
I think so. To be honest with you, Doctor, I come from pharmaceutical bachelor background, and through my either bachelor or let's say earlier studies, I've never really got the chance to experience the business side of the pharmaceutical aspect, not until I joined the workforce and the working market. And I believe today, having the opportunity of providing such solutions to the small and intermediate businesses in pharmaceutical sector could be a valuable add-on to their thriving lives. And to be honest with you today, I can see there is a lot of promises, and I'm sure that one of our major promises to the people today is securing lives of billions through achieving medicinal safety. I'd like to understand your take on this. I'd like to understand what would be your future plans for Aumet in Saudi Arabia and other, let's say, near markets within the MENA region itself, or maybe global markets.
Let's also be clear that Aumet is a global company.
True.
And really the solutions provided by Aumet will enable it to be the global leader in where it is taking place. And what I'm seeing at the moment is we are working on a number of markets. At the moment, we are active in Saudi Arabia, in Jordan, and in Egypt, but also with some other neighboring countries.
Yes.
And what we see is that our solution that is improving day by day is helping all stakeholders, is helping manufacturers, is helping distributors, is helping pharmacies. It's making their business more lean, more efficient, providing them with the needed data. So all of this, I believe, is being provided
through
by
our services.
And in addition to that, we believe that it is important to go to the next step by really helping others. For example, when we talked about Aumet's solution for pharmacies and what you mentioned about going to university and not being exposed to business studies, etc. At the moment, we are participating with one of the universities to provide pharmacists that have new pharmacies or maybe already existing pharmacies to learn more about business. What is cash flow? What is income statement? How to make a strategy? All these points, along with the with Aumet's solution, we believe it will help people to improve.
Truly, and I cannot agree more with you, because I personally believe today that one of the major factors that would influence reshaping a better future is awareness and education. Providing such valuable input to the public, to the university students at a very young age, would be definitely more valuable to the whole economical market and business market later on when they start their working experience. But that kind of triggers another question in my mind, to be honest with you. I understand from your long resume today, more than 16 years in a family business that has such a sustained and stable environment, taking away all that, moving to the startup environment, volatile, agile, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. How are you doing that? How are you doing the switch? I'd love to understand.
I think it is very interesting and very exciting. The learning, the pressure is huge, but the most important thing that keeps us going is understanding our noble goal and target. Understanding that and focusing on that, and also knowing and acknowledging that throughout the journey we will learn a lot, and knowing and acknowledging that we need to be very receptive and very open. This what helps us. But to be honest, it's very exciting, and it is really very fulfilling as well.
Truly fulfilling. Yes. I feel that as well. One of the major things that is helping me actually start my day every day, with all the complications, with all the challenges, we truly understand that the healthcare sector has taken its time to join the automation and digitization wave globally. And by taking that time, it doesn't mean it's necessarily easy that post-COVID, the healthcare procurement and purchase sector would follow the global trend today. And being part of implementing such a trend would be hugely challenging, with a lot of gaps to be filled. And one of the major personally fulfilling goals that what you mentioned earlier. And that actually leads me to my last question, if you may, because understanding your experience today, understanding how you got things going on, I would love to know if you have any tips or advices for the young and the youth that are going through the same experience, starting their own small businesses or their own startup ideas. Anything you'd like to share with us?
Well, thank you for giving me the platform. As I informed you, I am not really in a position to give advice for others. I can share some lessons that I have learned. But also, I think one of the interesting things in Aumet and where we operate is the huge interaction that we have with young people, with their ideas, with their dreams, that really we learn a lot from.
I agree. I honestly agree with you.
And yeah, but if I would share some two lessons I have really learned and helped me a lot throughout my journey, I think it is very important to have patience, because patience is important for learning. Without patience, you cannot learn.
Truly.
And the other one is humility, because without humility, people will not share their knowledge with you. You will not seek knowledge because you will assume that you know everything. And the third point is, if you have the chance to choose, because not everyone have the privilege to choose where to work.
That's right. That's right.
What to do.
Yeah.
But if you have the chance to choose some place where it inspires you, where it has a noble goal.
Truly.
That will act as a compass guiding you.
Truly.
So knowing that, okay, we are here to improve the availability and accessibility of medicines to everyone keeps me going. Many days I wake up, I am tired, I am not, let's say, in
your best mood. Yeah.
But I remind myself that I need to be there, I need to be consistent, I need to give it my all, because we all have this common noble goal that we need to work on it. And this keeps me going.
Truly, I cannot agree more with you. And actually, what you said reminded me of a saying where they say the only constant is change. And subhanAllah, it means that everything is gonna always go through the cycle of changes. But if you have that well-focused and centered, noble goal, like you said, you would always find your compass directing you to that purpose. It was such a pleasure time and a beautiful chit chat. Thank you so much again for such a great opportunity. And I'd love if we can always get a quick 10 to 15 minutes quick chats with you. Anything you'd like us to end with or conclude with?
No, just thank you. And everyone, please watch out. Aumet is going to make great things.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night.